Hi everyone, I'm Alexa. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This class is a short practice for heart openers or backbends. So if you sit at a desk a lot, this is really great for you because we're going to open up this whole front body. You will not need any props today unless you would like some blocks for your low lunges and you have them nearby. You're welcome to use them. Otherwise, you can do this practice completely prop free. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start in tabletop pose. So we're going to stack our shoulders over our wrists, hips above the knees, and let's just take 3 rounds of cat-cow to warm up the spine. So inhale, drop the belly down, gaze slightly forward, and exhale, round the spine, cat pose. Press the mat away. Do one more, breath in, and then exhale, round the spine, cat pose. Good. Come back to a neutral spine. I want you to lift your right leg back. Try to keep the heel in line with the hip. Keep the hip squared and then squeeze the inner thighs together and find some activation in the right foot. And then inhale, reach your left arm forward. Just going to take 3 rounds here. Bringing your left elbow to your right knee. So as you exhale, think cat pose, round through the spine, draw your elbow to your knee. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, draw to center. One more time. And then inhale, reach out. This time, kick your right heel in and then flex your right foot. Send your right heel up toward the sky. You're always welcome to drop the left hand down if you need just a little bit extra support. Option to stay here, or we're going to take it for a gentle heart opener. You can reach around for the top of the right foot and then just gently kick your foot into your hand. Gaze slightly forward, breath in. And then breath out, slowly release. Same thing, other side. Extend your left leg back. Stay engaged through the core. Draw your low belly in. Activate through the left leg. Flex the left foot or point the left foot. And then option here, reach your right arm forward. You know where we're going. You're going to take your right elbow to your left knee this time. 2 more just like that. Inhale as you lengthen out. And then exhale as you pull in. One more time. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen out here. And then bend the left knee. Draw your heel in. Flex the left foot and then lift the left heel toward the sky. Option to bring the right hand down for a little extra support. Option to stay here or reach around for the top of the left foot and gently kick your left foot in to your right hand. Opening up through the chest. Breath in. And then exhale, release, back to tabletop pose. From here, I want you to walk your knees back and keep your hips above your knees and reach your fingertips forward for puppy pose. You can even come up onto the fingertips of the hand or keep the palms pressing down. Option 2, rest the forehead to the mat or bring the chin to the mat and bring the gaze forward. Gentle shoulder opener here. Take a couple rounds of breath. Two more deep inhales, deep exhales. One more round. Good, and then slowly begin to come up and walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under, send your hips up and back. Let's come to downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal the feet. Bend one knee as you press to the opposite heel. By the way, these are my Halloween leggings. We're just a week away from Halloween, although you might be taking this class another time of the year. So that's perfectly fine. And then find a still downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up onto the tippy toes, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Bring your gaze forward and walk or step to the top. I want you to walk your feet out about hips distance apart, maybe even a little wider. Put a deep bend in the knees, and then reach for opposite elbows and give yourself a little sway side to side. Decompression of the spine. Maybe shake the head yes, shake the head no. And then release towards center, toe heel your feet together. Big toes to touch, a little bit of space between the heels. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up. I want you to interlace your hands at the top, leave your pointer fingers extended. Take a breath in, reach tall, and exhale, crescent moon to the right. So you're going to reach your right fingertips to the right and send your hips to the left. And then inhale, come back through center, other side. Exhale, reach to the left, send your hips to the right. One more time, inhale, center. Exhale, send your fingertips to the right. Inhale, center, and exhale to the left. Just opening up through the side body. Inhale, center, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up and back, and then open up the hip, bend the knee, and drop the heel. Just give yourself a deep breath here. And then on your exhale, step your right foot forward, ground your left knee, come into a low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Maybe bring the gaze up. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Actively press the feet down and draw them in together. Take a breath in. On your exhale, cactus the arms, goalpost arms. Bend the elbows. Lift the heart space up. Notice if the ribs are projecting outward, knit them together. So we stay nice and engaged here at center, all while lifting the heart space up and back. Deep breath in. And then breath out, hands to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Same thing, other side. Inhale, lift the left leg up, bend into the knee, drop the heel, open up through the front of the left hip. Deep breath in. And then exhale, step the left foot forward. This time, come to your low lunge, ground the right knee. As you're ready, sweep the arms up. Press the feet down. Squeeze them or draw them in toward one another. Engage the core. Think of the heart space going up before going back. Breath in. And then breath out, cactus the arms. Spread the fingers wide. Knit the low ribs together. Lift the heart space up. One more inhale. And then exhale, release. Plant the palms. Back to down dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, drop the knees and lower all the way down. Taking 3 rounds of cobra pose. Bring your hands to the outer corners of the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Press the mat away. Lift the heart space forward and up. Press the tops of the feet down. Gaze slightly down the bridge of the nose. Inhale. And then exhale, release. 2 more just like that. Inhale, baby cobra variation. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. By the way, you might not be lifting this higher. Baby cobra variation may look like this. It may look a little different. Release the shoulders down away from the ears. Breath in. And exhale, release. Plant the palms, tuck the toes. Come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up, bend the knee and drop the heel. Inhale, come up to the tippy toes of the left foot and then shift forward so that your left shoulder is over your wrist. Wild thing option if you want it. Step your right foot behind you, lift the hips up and reach the right fingertips forward. Breath in and breath out. From here, you're going to step your right leg forward to the top of the mat, then ground the left knee. Inhale, low lunge, reach the arms up. Exhale, back to that cactus arm variation. Inhale here, and then exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Inhale, lift the heart space. Keep squeezing the inner thighs together. Notice that the hips aren't completely sinking. I'm activated through the legs. One more inhale. And then exhale, release, plant the palms, downward facing dog. Same thing, other side. Inhale, left leg to the sky, open up through the hip, drop the heel over. Option to stay here. If you took it on the other side, rise up to the tippy toes of the right foot, shift forward, right shoulder over right wrist, step the left foot behind you, wild thing. Breath in as you lift the hips up. And then exhale, Slowly with control, step your left foot forward, ground the right knee. Come back to our low lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Just one breath in here. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Put the opposite thumb on top this time. Roll the shoulder heads back. Keep knitting the low ribs together. Good, one more breath in. Breath out, slowly release. Plant the palms. Step back to downward facing. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower the knees all the way down to the mat. This time, locust pose. Arms by your sides, palms down, thumbs out. Zip up through the legs. Press the tops of the feet down. With an inhale, lift your heart space up, reach your fingertips back. Keep the neck in line with the spine. And then play here with your breath. As you inhale, actively press your belly into the mat. And then exhale, draw your navel in towards your spine. Press the tops of the feet down so much so that the knees, maybe even the thighs, lift up off the mat. 2 more rounds of breath here. Strengthening the back body. 1 more, inhale. And then exhale, release. Tuck the toes, press up and back. Find downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, lift the heels up, come onto the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees, and then walk, hop, or step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. 1 more time through that crescent moon to the right. Send the fingertips to the right, send the hips to the left. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, other side, hips to the right, fingertips to the left. 1 more time each side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. And exhale to the left. Inhale, center. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, and step back to plank pose this time. From plank pose, take a breath in. And then on your exhale, toes or knees, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pause here for a moment. Maybe even look over your right shoulder. And then look over your left shoulder. 1 more inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up. And exhale, step through, find a low lunge. From here, bring both hands inside your right leg. And then from here, you're going to press your right foot into the mat and kick your left heel in. Option to stay here or reach around for the top of the left foot. You can lower down to the left forearm if that feels good. So you're getting a little hip opening, a little front body opening, and some opening through the front of the left hip and quadricep. 1 more breath in. And exhale, release. Plant the palms, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, and exhale, step forward, low lunge. Both hands inside the left foot this time. And then option 2, kick the right heel in. Maybe you stay right here and just actively send the heel toward the glute, or maybe reach around for the top of the right foot. Open up through the front body. Think of this as an open twist. So you're twisting from the the thoracic spine, not the lumbar spine. Breath in, breath out. 1 more inhale. And then exhale, release, plant the palms, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, let it go through the mouth. Good. And then drop to the knees. Come back to that tabletop pose. So we're going to take a variation here. It's kind of a combination between a side plank, modified side plank, and modified half moon. So from that tabletop pose, I want you to kickstand your left foot out and then come to the sole of your right foot. Okay, left shoulder over left wrist. Inhale, reach your right arm up toward the sky. Okay, from here, begin to float your right foot up. Option to stay right here, or kick your right heel in. You might stay right here if you did that before. And really keep your focus on engaging the back body. If it's accessible, reach around for the top of the right foot. Gently kick the right foot into the right hand. Okay, find some breath here. Knit the ribs together, but kick the foot into the hand. One more breath in. And then exhale, slowly release. Come back to tabletop pose. We're going to switch sides. So this time, kickstand your right foot out. Come to the sole of your left foot. Inhale, reach your left arm up toward the sky. And then float your left foot up. So we're using core engagement here. Right shoulder stacked above right wrist. And then kick your left heel in toward the glutes. Option to stay here. Really focus on the back body, engaging glute, hamstring, foot. Maybe you can make a connection. Connect hand to foot. Kick the foot into the hand. Knit the low ribs together. Nice opening for front body and for the shoulder. Breath in. Breath out. Slowly release. Come back to tabletop pose. And then from here, however it's most comfortable for you, go ahead and lie down on your back. We are going to take bridge pose, 2 rounds. So first Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. On the second round, option to take wheel pose. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. As you press the feet down, slowly lift the hips up. Really engaging through the thighs. As I press the heels into the mat, imagine you have a block in between the thighs. Squeeze them in toward one another. Imagine you're squeezing that block. Maybe even shimmy the shoulders under and interlace the hands. Find your breath here. Keep your chin slightly lifted up away from the heart space. And really actively press your forearms down into the mat. That's going to lift the sides of the rib cage up just a little bit more. Good. One more breath in. And then exhale, slowly, carefully rolling back down. So our second set, option to repeat another bridge pose, or we're going to take wheel pose. For wheel pose, you're going to place or plant the palms of your hands on either side of the head. And then you're going to set up just like you did for bridge pose. Take a breath in. On your exhale, press your feet down, lift your hips up. Good. Step number 1. Step number 2, come to the top of the head. If this does not feel good, then you can come out of it and come to bridge. Okay? From here, place the hands on the sides of the head, about in line with the ears. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift up. Press into the earth. Find your breath. Draw your elbows slightly in toward one another. Send your heart space back. If this does not feel good to the low back, then you need to come out. Alternatively, you could play with the placement of the feet, and when you're ready, slowly lower down. Okay? So for me in my wheel pose, it feels better for me to widen my feet a little bit wider than hips distance apart, and that's perfectly fine. Okay? So things about wheel pose, if you feel anything in your low back, you need to come out. Take a bridge pose, and you can play with placement of the feet, maybe even walking them further out might feel better. Okay? So if you are working with wheel pose, those are just some helpful cues. Okay, and then we're going to come into Setu Bandhasana, Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, let the knees splay out to the sides, and just bring your hands to the tops of the thighs. Maybe roll the shoulders under the body. Maybe close the eyes and let the breath soften. Just notice how you feel. Notice the sensations of the body. Maybe the heart is beating a little faster. Maybe you can actually feel the energy radiating from the body. Anytime we are doing that front body opening, a lot of things can come up. Sometimes we have a rush of energy. Sometimes it feels like we've just let something go, but we don't know what it is. Or maybe we do know what it is. So many benefits to practicing heart opening and back bends, both physically and mentally and emotionally. So whatever it is that comes up for you, just sit with that and listen to your body. Let's just take one more round of breath here. And then slowly release. Draw your knees into center. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Just a little bit. Just a gentle little hug here. And then rock your knees to the right. And bring your gaze to the left. Just a nice little twist here to counter all of those back bends. And then bring the knees back through center and release them over to the opposite side. Drop your knees to the right. Bring your gaze to the left. You really want your right shoulder, the shoulder that you're twisting toward, rooted down onto the mat. One more breath in. One breath out. And then slowly release. Bring your knees back through center. And if you have time, I encourage you to stay for at least a 3-minute Shavasana. And if you don't, I completely understand. So that is a great class to keep coming back to. There are reasons that we do a lot of the other things because working on back bends and opening up through the front body, it's not just the rainbow-like shape that everybody wants so badly in a wheel pose, right? There are other things that have to happen before we can get there. So in order to have that openness, we have to also find some strength in the right areas. We have to open up through the shoulders, open up through the side bodies. So just make sure that if heart opening and back bends are something that you're working on, that you're practicing on with those things and warming up with those things first. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit like if you did. Please subscribe if you're new to this channel. And feel free to leave a comment. I'm happy to work on anything that you're looking for. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.